Multiple offers. If you plan to buy a home this year, it's so important that you understand the different strategies that can help your offer stand out. Because in the Dallas market, it's not uncommon to see multiple offers on a desirable home. And the terms you include in your contract can be more important than just price. I want to share with you some terms of your offer that you may want to consider when writing an offer on a house.
If this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in DFFW, from Dallas to Frisco to Fort Worth and its suburbs, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current real estate market in DFFW. We get texts and emails every single day from people just like you wanting to buy and make a move to DFFW, and we love it. So whether you're looking to move in 5 days or 5 months, shoot us a text or schedule a Zoom call with us, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to DFFW easy like a Sunday morning.
Number 1, you want to hire the best possible team to help you navigate through this market. Who you work with matters, and in Texas, the buyers typically do not pay any realtor fees, so don't settle when hiring your agent. Having not only the right agent on your side, but also a well-known local lender can make a 100% difference. The average person knows 3 realtors, and you may be obligated to use your cousin who just got their license and sells real estate part-time, but my advice is to never choose your realtor because you feel obligated to use them or because of how you know them. Instead, choose the absolute best person who has the experience working in this market. Number 2, you have to know what is important to the seller. Make sure your agent is doing the proper due diligence to learn what terms the seller is looking for. Almost every seller has some type of need besides the price. This could be a specific closing date, a leaseback, or many other things. This also includes avoiding asking for personal property. For example, if the listing doesn't include the washer and dryer, you may want to avoid asking the seller for those to convey. Number 3 is list price. The list price in today's real estate market doesn't mean much. The list price could be low, it could be high, or it could be just right. And some sellers list their home low expecting multiple offers, and they wouldn't even accept a full price offer if you gave them one. Your agent needs to know how to run a detailed analysis to determine the true market value of a property. This will help you have a baseline to work with when determining an offer price. Number 4 is being prepared and organized. Being prepared and organized makes a huge difference. This means you have to be ready, Freddy. Really nice homes won't even make it through the weekend. So you'll want to be prepared to move fast. It's never too early to start the loan pre-qualification process because you have to have a pre-qual or proof of funds, POF, ready to go before writing an offer. There is a lot of paperwork and legal documents involved in a real estate transaction. This is also why it's important to have an experienced team drafting your offer to ensure it's clean and correct when it's finally presented to the seller. Number 5, homes are moving fast in this market. You may have wondered, should I come in with a low offer so the sellers can counter higher? This is rarely a good strategy unless the home has been sitting on the market a while or we have data to support that the home is overpriced. It's sometimes not a good idea to send in a lowball offer and hope the seller to counter you. The best offer usually wins. Sellers don't want to waste their time countering low offers, and you may even risk offending the seller. Number 6, there is one thing that I know about sellers in a multiple offer situation, and that is they do not want to make any repairs to their home, especially the small things like fixing a loose door handle. If you are selling a home in this market, you probably don't want to have to make any repairs because it's common for buyers to write a no option period offer. That means they are agreeing to take the property as is up front, basically telling the seller that they will still have a home inspection to ensure that there are no deal-breaking items, but they won't be backing out. So if you want to make a strong offer, consider saying, hey, I will not ask for any repairs or even ask for any repairs under a certain dollar amount. Number 7, waiving the appraisal contingency. Since there is sometimes so much demand and not enough supply, and the prices are trending up fast, but most winning bids in a multiple offer situation are offering some type of appraisal waiver, either partial waiver or full waiver or some combination thereof. So it's important to understand how this can help your offer stand out. especially if you're up against a cash offer. Number 8, when you are writing an offer to purchase a home, the closing date makes a difference. This is why it's so important to find out from the seller their desired closing time frame. If it is a vacant home, the buyer who can close the fastest can have a better shot. Some lenders can close as quickly as 2 weeks, and if the seller still lives in the home, they may want a longer closing date. So don't just make up your own closing date. Ask the seller what they prefer. Number 9, leasebacks and post-possessions are extremely common in multiple offer situations. In fact, it seems like every seller that's still living in their home will want some type of post-possession. This means you could close on their home and agree to allow the seller to still live in the property for a few days, a few weeks, and sometimes even a few months. You can choose to ask the seller to pay rent, or it's really common in a hot market to offer the seller a free leaseback at no charge to help your offer stand out. This gives the seller more time to move or find their next property. What happens is we would include a post-possession or lease agreement with your offer, and just be prepared because this is super common in multiple offers. Number 10, shortening your inspection period. This can help your offer really stand out, and it doesn't cost you anything. The typical inspection in Texas is about 10 days, and this means that you have 10 days to perform your due diligence, which includes things like hiring a home inspector, a pest inspector, a pool inspector, and anything else you wish to investigate. Sellers love to see this 10-day time period shortened. You can typically get a home inspector scheduled within a few days after you're under contract. So you may want to consider offering the seller a 5 or 7 or even 0-day option period. Number 11, earnest money. If you're trying to buy a home in a multiple offer situation, you may want to increase your amount of earnest money, which can increase your odds of getting your offer accepted. The typical earnest money deposit is around 1% of the purchase price, and it's due to the title company within 72 hours of your contract acceptance. There are a lot of things in the contract that can protect your deposit if you were to cancel. So sellers know this, and if you're serious about the house, you might consider making the earnest money 3% or 5%. This shows the sellers that you are a serious buyer and you're not going to cancel a week before closing. This means if you do cancel the contract, you would lose your earnest money. If you can close as planned, your earnest money would be refunded back to you towards your down payment.